Hey guys, welcome back to Rockman 4 minus Infinity. Last time we beat Brightman and Ringman, and we got a bunch of, a ton of different support items, and we've got even more coming. But in this one, okay, let me just give you a rundown here. If you thought this game was crazy at this point, you have not seen anything yet. This game is even crazier than what you've already seen, and you're gonna see it right now. Let's do it. That's actually the normal Fortress stage theme. I like Fortress intro theme. I don't really know why. Alright, so we start out with this train that drives in, which is awesome. Like, you just start right next to the train. I guess that's the train that brought you in. I love little details like that in a game like this, where it's really, a lot of things are really disconnected, and it doesn't look like everything sort of should be very strung together, and yet they give you like a little train that's like, hey, that's how you got to the fortress. But yeah, we've got the usual fare for this level with the ice theme. We've got like ice-themed enemies from other games, including a fire enemy that's shooting ice, because that makes sense. But we can kill them in one hit with our dive thing. I almost never call it the water cutter. I always call it the dive laser or the dive thing. Pretty much for this part, just... Oh, this part of the song is really good. This game has some really good music. I mean, I know they didn't actually write all of it, but... Oh, look, check it out. Another beat thing. So now it'll save us if we fall into pits again, which is going to be very helpful for this level. I remember this level being pretty tough. I haven't played this one in a while, so... This is the stuff that I haven't practiced, nearly as much. Oh, look, there's one of his projectiles he can throw. He can throw missiles. It might be... that might start in the fortresses now that I think about it. But see, there's all these ice-themed enemies. Interesting to see all these different palettes that they give it. Oh, and here's the thing. So normally, since the balloon and the wire are optional, like, you're supposed to get them for this part. But if you use dust on it, you can get a support item. And let me do something Oh, I never actually knew this. That you could examine Beat. He's a bird robot who is captured in the cage. He salvages you and you fall out, but you take damages. He seems to take you. I think it means he seems to take to you. Anyway, we got the trampoline. This is an emergent jumping unit made of balloon. You can jump when fall, but you take damage when using this. That's actually just the Beat, but you always have it. So, actually, I wonder... Okay, Beat rescues you when you have Beat, but otherwise, that'll just happen normally. And what you're, supposed to do is start this little section with an auto-scrolling, shooter part, which is really fun. It's just cool that we can have a little auto-scroller thing. And the health doesn't fall, it all just stays. Because, they can do that because they're insane, and they can program anything. A lot of stuff, this is some new enemy, I don't even know what they're from, but it's cool. At this point, references with the game, Gradius start showing up. God, what was that? I think this is a reference to Gradius, or just scrolling shooters in general. This is actually a pretty fun section, I gotta say. And it has quite a few checkpoints, within it. They just added checkpoints to a Mega Man level. Get out of my... Whoa. Yeah, Beat will rescue you. This is the main part if you want to have Beat, because otherwise, you pretty much are just going off of, just don't fall ever. That's my advice. Actually, this game has no shop or anything. Oh! Okay, yeah, you have to use the balloon here. Also, there's this enemy again. This time they don't have health boxes apparently though, and oh god. Okay, I'm doing not very well. Oh, and guess what? Shadow Man fight! Now we can use any weapon we want because we're on Rush. And that was it? What? But yeah, Shadow Man is fully dead. For reals. It's not... He actually is for this playthrough. Well, you'll see what I mean later. Ow! You know, it's really nice to do these in bulk. Like, because I used to do them, like, I only did one a day, which is really dumb because it's a hella more fun to do them, like, bulk like this. We're gonna want as much of this weapon as we can at the end of this, because the boss at the end of this fortress is definitely something. You will see. Alright, ow! Get out of my face, please. Because yes, they did add new fortress bosses, too. Or they did add new fortress bosses, they didn't just change the old ones. We'll see later. Actually, right, they give you some health right before. Check out this giant boss door. Yeah. You know you're in for something big when you see something like that. But we'll see. Cool, got some meat tanks. Actually, let me use some ring. So yeah, if you didn't understand before, you hold down the button and you hold it in place. One time I actually had two come out at the same time or something. I have no idea how I did it. Actually, will this work? Well, I don't really want to use it. There's no time later. Wish Star basically though, it's like this crazy animation, some reference to some game that you attack like everyone on screen with it. Alright, anyway. Now we've got a boss. This is Motharia, or something, just like it is in the original, but this time it's a bullet hell ridiculousness boss. I don't know how to fight this thing without taking... Well... I don't know how to fight that thing without taking damage, to be honest. So that weapon I just got, it refilled everything that hadn't been refilled. Because this game's awesome and it gives you tons of weapon energy, so pretty much just spam whatever you want, is my rule for this game. This boss is just absolute insanity. The music is from, some Starfy game. I love this fight, actually. It's pretty short, just because, like, there's not much to it, just sort of shoot it enough. Also, the dive missile's not a very good idea, because you kind of have to keep, aiming yourself, but then when you aim, you also move. Get out of there, Mega Man, I love this music. Yeah, this is from Starfy, or Staffy. These wily bosses do not have a critical phase, but it's dead now. Da 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 da. Alright, I think we have enough time to do another stage. Oh, you know what though? This was pretty long. You know what? We're gonna go for it. This music is actually from Princess Tomato in the Salad Kingdom. Just so you all know, in case you were curious. Despite all the weapon energy that this game gives, you still... Oh, jeez, those things. You still do not, you still, like, your weapon energy use carries over through all the stages, just so you know. Oh, remember last episode where I was talking about that Mega Man 2, iPod game? I feel like I didn't go anywhere with that, so I'm gonna kind of talk about it right now, because I don't have much to talk about. Well, actually, I kind of do have some stuff to talk about. Really quick, this is this big open area. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of, Springman stage, the one area where you have all the springs everywhere. This is a good spot to use your balloon. Anyway, so, the stupid iPad, Mega Man 2, it was really easy, like, it was like an easy version of the easy other thing, because, like, you didn't take any damage, and, like, but the problem is it was hard to play just because it's an iPod. It was an old iPod Touch, like the older ones, so it just sucked. Like, so I had no space to play it, it was hard to do, it was really dumb. Oh, here's the thing. Okay, hold on, really quick. Dust. Use it on wire, and you get one last support item. Wait, hold on. You get the shock guard. This is the armor, which is made out of the wire. If you have 2 or more vital, this barely protects you from spike. So basically, if you fall on spikes, you get left with 1 health. It's like the, Jeez, what was that? It's like the, what is it like? It's like the shock guard from Mega Man 9 and 10. Anyway, now we have a little section that's completely based on wire, just so you want to know. Anyway, so it was really dumb, but like that was my first exposure to the game, so it was interesting to play it. Actually, I forget what the point of this statement was, because I was gonna mention something else about it, but I forget what it was. So I guess that's just gonna go nowhere. But don't play it. I think it's still there on the App Store, but it's just not. Ow! It's not a good port. I don't need to cut this. It's like 2 seconds. Actually, it is kind of far away. I'm bad at this part. I'm not gonna cut it. I've been cutting a lot of things, and I don't feel like editing it. Or I hope I've been cutting things. I hope I didn't forget. Because, I mean, just so you know, when I'm recording this, only like the first episode has been up. Like, oh my god. Oh, thank god for Balloon. I hate this part a lot. Let's just use or not Balloon, Trampoline. Anyway, so alright, now we're up to the part where we were at. You also have disappearing blocks here. This is like their only instance of them in this game, for whatever reason. I don't really know why. They just sort of didn't use them at all. Man, if I did Mega Man Hack, I'd use these all over the place, because I actually personally really love the disappearing block puzzles. What is the point of this? Nothing, apparently. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That thing's about to explode. So yeah, I think it is actually in the fortress stages where these guys get their projectiles. Anyway, so here's another spot to get the Met item if you didn't get it. So actually, we actually now have all the support items, almost. There's like one thing that someone gives you later, but other than that, we've got pretty much everything. So that's how you do that, and you get a higher score at the end. See, there's a whole scoring system. Probably shouldn't have said that, actually. Whatever. It doesn't really matter. It's not relevant at this point. But yeah, basically, if you're a completionist, you should definitely get them all. Oh, wait, what is this boss? Whoa, I forgot what boss this is. Wow, I don't even slightly remember what this boss is. Is it? Oh, no, I didn't. Okay. Sorry. I completely forgot what boss this was. Yes, now I remember. Oh boy, this is gonna be tough. So, here we go, let's fight it. This is the square machine. Might just kill myself, just to get the health back. Actually, no, I'm not gonna do that, because I don't remember if you actually... Because, like, in the original Mega Man 4, if you died to one of these bosses, one of the Wily bosses, it wouldn't take you back to a normal checkpoint with, like, the boss chamber. No, it would take you back way before that. Oh god, this is annoying me. I'm really bad at this boss fight, by the way, so this is gonna be really interesting. I'm probably going to die on it quite a few times. Basically, though, it has all these different phases of different colors, and you have to keep trying to hit the eye that's in this wall, because you can shoot through the wall. It's interesting, definitely completely different from the original, which I appreciate, because I kind of liked the original, but it was a little weird. It was just sort of a wall, but then they made it really interesting for this game. Definitely gave it a much more interesting pattern. Those spikes at the bottom I don't think kill you. I believe that they just do damage, which is actually a recurring theme. There's a lot of spikes in this game that actually don't kill you, so I guess the guy who made this doesn't particularly like the spikes. Oh crap, I forget. Oh no, this is not the weapon we should be using at this point. This is! Okay, except for we're out of it now, so... Dive it is! Oh, Jesus. But yeah, you kind of have to shoot the eye, and the eye moves around a lot, it actually dodges your attacks. Whoa. That keeps happening. I don't really know why. Oh, let's try Pharaoh's shotgun. Not a very good weapon, honestly. Like, I've pretty much not... I used it for a boss, and that was it. Because it's not a good weapon. It's surprising, but yeah, it's not very good. Ow! So pretty much for this part, you just gotta hope that you get the hit on with Ring. Oh god, but this part's very difficult. I'm using a lot of E-tanks, but it's okay because... Oh, come on. Just die. Oh, come on. This phase... Yes, got it. This phase is really good at dodging, but that time it didn't seem to be that good. So we beat it! We beat the square machine. So next time in this game, we're going to be continuing onto this third fortress stage that we're about to enter. Oh, right, this one's very interesting. We'll see what it is in the next one, though. Not in this one. The next one. So see you when we do that. Yeah.